Hi, by the way, before we get started, I have to say, is that a really nice looking house? I mean, look at that. That's impressive. Just goes to show you that I should have taken more art in school. The couple things. The average homeowner has approximately $300,000 in equity in their home right now. That's according to Case Shiller uh, as of just this fall. That's a lot of money. And what are they number one concerned with? What's a seller or homeowner concerned with when they're thinking about selling? Because they're, of course, going to sell at some point. Um, but what are they concerned with? The answer, the first one is that they're wondering, is their equity safe? Is that $300,000 or more? Is it safe? And do I have to be concerned about prices precipitously dropping? And the answer is no, there's no indication that prices will be dropping at any time soon. Um, so that's a really good thing for home sellers. It's a little difficult for home buyers, but for home sellers, it's fantastic because that's a whole lot of wealth. Whole trillions of dollars worth of wealth is locked up in their home. And the term locked up also means something, but you know, we'll get to that in a moment. But the second thing is that what will happen to home prices? And I kind of alluded to that already. Will they go up or will they go down? And I've been doing some statistics, and in my area in the Southwest Metro of Minneapolis, most of the homes in our area went up about 3 to 5% in value, kind of across the board this last year, which I think is a very impressive statistic when you really get down to it, because there's a whole lot of you know headwinds last year in 2023, but we still saw price appreciation, which is pretty darn amazing, um, especially when the interest rates were spiking very, very rapidly. So what I'm saying is that home prices are partially related to interest rates, but they're not exclusively. There's a number of factors, but the core issue is, are prices going to continue to go up? Yes. Will there be a crash? I don't think so, and there is no one out there that predicts that. And the number one reason for that, or the reason for the optimism, at least in the context of selling your home or holding on to your equity, is that there is a lot of demand, but not a lot of supply, and that will hold true for the near future. So last but not least, and this one is a pretty nebulous one, but I sometimes I'll ask people, and it's like, well, what do you want to do with your equity? Do you have any equity? And most of them say, yeah. Well, what do you want to do with it? Do you want to travel the world? Do you want to pay off some other debt? Do you want to stick it in a 401k? Do you want to buy a lake home? What is it that you want to do with your equity? Some people take their equity out in advance and they buy an investment property. I'm not saying you should do any of those things, but one of the reasons why sellers are thinking about these things is because a lot of times that's a huge sum of money, and it could be all of, or a portion of, or a healthy portion of, their future retirement. My average client is, well into their 70s, has been in their home for 25, 35 years or longer, and they really are counting on that money, and they're going to be doing something with those funds. I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching the video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.